Hey guys, it's me, Strava124, and I'm here with something a little bit different today that I've been working on for a while. I like to do reviews of movies, and I decided that doing a review on my channel would be a nice addition to the stuff I do, you know? Now, just for a heads up, I usually rate my movies between 0 and 5, 5 being the highest, obviously. And here I'm going to talk about the movie Argo. The movie is about a covert operation in the midst of the Iranian hostage crisis. When the Iranians storm the U.S. Embassy, 6 people leave the building and take shelter in the Canadian Embassy. Stuck there with no help, CIA operative Tony Mendez, played by Ben Affleck, tries to get them home by disguising them as a Canadian film crew, making a movie titled Argo. This movie was fantastic, and I mean fantastic. It had suspense, comedy, and a good pace. Ben Affleck's acting was superb, and so was his directing, to my delight. The ensemble cast was just plain terrific, and the added suspense of historical accuracy kept everything in check. I loved the suspense, the action, the comedy, and the plot in general. Not to mention John Goodman being seriously the funniest guy on that movie, obviously. The directing and cinematography were the highlights of the moment, just barely surpassing the strength of the pacing in terms of storytelling. Everything about this movie is great. This is one of the better examples of simple and better, where a simple movie with a simple plot can emerge more strong emotions from its directive. Seriously, a movie that is worth its weight in gold. I absolutely love this film's interpretation of a pivotal moment in American and Canadian history. I specifically love the costume design and setting. It's hard to produce such a visually accurate film as daring as Argo. Honestly, I give this film a 5 out of 5, and I hope it wins a few Oscars this year, as it really deserves it. Now, I know this review is kind of short, but I'm the kind of review critic that doesn't like to give out spoilers because honestly, that's not my forte. I just don't feel giving spoilers for movies when I'm doing a review is something that should be done because obviously my view on a movie isn't final, so of course I would want people to see it even though I don't feel it's a good movie because people could disagree with me. But I absolutely loved this movie. I mean, the cast was brilliant, everything was good. Although I must point out there were a few moments where Ben Affleck seemed like he was either mumbling or just couldn't get his just anything right. But mostly Ben Affleck did a good job. I'm not going to hit on him too hard. He had to play a hard part. Everything about this movie, from what I've seen, is historically accurate. Although I notice it does kind of play on the British a bit, makes them look a little bad, but I'm not sure if history dictates that or not. I'm sure the Canadians are glad to see this film, but whatever. Whether its views are pristine or not, this is one of the best films that I have seen in 2000 of made in 2012. Unfortunately, I saw this in 2013, so everything was a bit off with all of that stuff. But if you guys like this review, if you guys want me to keep doing stuff like this, I'd be glad to do it. I love doing movie reviews, but typing long ass reviews isn't exactly my idea of fun. I kind of prefer to just talk about it. Obviously, this movie was going to be good because I am a fan of Ben Affleck's directing. I mean, he did direct the awesome movie known as The Town with Jeremy Renner, which was absolutely good. So, I did have high expectations of this movie that were matched. So it's not like I was disappointed in any way with the high expectations I gave this movie. But all in all, it was a great movie. It's kind of nearing the end of its theater cycle, but if you ever have time and you know that if theater is playing it at a theater, I hope you go see it. It's a really good movie, and it deserves all the critical acclaim it has. Thank you guys, and this is Travel124, and I'll be seeing you.
If they stay here, they will be taken. Probably not alive. We're responsible for these people. I'm responsible.
You really believe your little story is going to make a difference when there's a gun to our heads?
I think my little story is the only thing between you and a gun to your head.